Well, after the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, many Coloradans are vowing to support people in other states who are seeking abortions. Offering that help, though, could get you sued, although some activists are taking that risk anyway. Denver 7 reporter and attorney Jessica Crawford has the story.
It's called an aiding and abetting law. Texas has one, Oklahoma has one. More than a dozen states have tried to introduce them. But what does aiding and abetting mean? Does that mean giving a person money, giving them transportation? No one really knows, and that's worrying activists.
Thousands of people in Colorado have strong feelings about the overturning of Roe versus Wade. Many of them made their voices heard at a protest at Denver's Capitol Monday.
I am enraged.
Attorney and abortion rights advocate Kiki Council was one of them.
What I do on a day-to-day basis at the Forefront Project is help groups do advocacy in a C3 compliant way.
She's one of many activists concerned that if she helps people in other states obtain an abortion, she could be sued.
Is that aiding and abetting abortion in states? I have no idea.
On September 1st of 2021, Governor Greg Abbott signed the Texas Heartbeat Act into law. It not only generally bans abortion after 6 weeks of pregnancy, it allows members of the public to sue anyone who performs or facilitates an illegal abortion for a minimum of $10,000 plus court and attorney's fees. Oklahoma has a similar law, and other laws like it could crop up across the country soon.
The law is really, really broad.
And it hasn't really been tested. No lawsuits have completely made their way through the justice system, so it's unclear what aiding and abetting an abortion could mean. But the Texas law does include knowingly paying for or reimbursing the cost of an abortion through insurance or otherwise. Counsel worries that it could also include offering transportation or legal help. But she's not letting the risk stop her.
It's worth risking it all. At the end of the day, when I chose to go into this work full time, I went in fully knowing the risks, again, knowing that abortion is dangerous work. People have died to maintain the right to seek an abortion in America. And knowing that it's inherently risky, getting sued seems like small potatoes compared to the actual physical harm that I might be in for doing this work.
Last year, rideshare companies Uber and Lyft vowed to pay 100% of legal fees for any drivers who were sued under that Texas law. In the newsroom, I'm Jessica Crawford, Denver 7.
Right now, the aiding and abetting laws in Texas and Oklahoma only apply within those two states, not if someone travels out of state.